Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. This time we're doing another 3v3 on, with Brand, I think. And he's playing in a reasonable team for a 3v3. Amumu isn't really a good pick, Jax is a very good pick, and Brand, he's sort of a half and half. Doesn't mean this game is not going to be good, because it probably is. Then on the enemy team we see Tarek, who's excellent here, Trundle, who's excellent here, and Malphite, who's pretty decent here as well. This map is mainly about mobility and tankiness, but you have to be a tanky DPS. That's why Amumu isn't a really good choice, because Amumu just doesn't do the damage it requires to be good on this map. Mundo on this map is phenomenal. Nunu as well, he's really good. And then we have, of course, the real the escape heroes, the ones with built-in flash, so like Kassadin and Shaco and things like that. They aren't really tanky, but they do make up for that by having really good abilities to go around the map. And again, we start off with some lag. It has been kind of the standard in these games for some reason. I will check once again whether I really put, I put this too low.
Welcome to the Twisted Tree Line.
Yeah, so everything seems to be okay. So we're waiting for the level 1 fight. This is really, in the low ELOs, this is really done a lot, where you just fight for this around this bush for the first minute or two. But yeah, normally people wouldn't come now, because that would be stupid, because you know that if you come in at 1 minute, the enemy team is going to be there. And whoever is going to run in first is going to die. I don't know why they're not grabbing one of them already, but yeah, just watch, the green team is going to win this with at least 1 kill. And Amumu apparently didn't choose to stun, and there's your 1 kill. And Tarek is going to die as well. So they almost got 3 kills, they got 2, but it might have been 3 if they paid a little bit better attention. And yeah, that's why you don't run into this particular bush, or well, this one or this one early game, if you're too late. So if you run in there right from the start, then, well, of course you get the advantage. And now really you don't. So we're going into a sort of a laning phase. There's not a lot of laning phase in 3v3s. If you're really good at 3v3, you want to jungle at this moment, because there's no reason to stay in this lane, because these two are right up onto their turrets, and there's nothing you can do. Because you can auto attack them or get 1 or 2 abilities off when they're this close. Well, now they're extending a little bit, but really they should just last hit and stay in this area. But they really don't want to, apparently. So top lane is for some reason always 1v1, while I would say that is the 2v2 lane, since it has control over the dragon. We see Jax coming in here, so we have a 3-on-2 situation. Amumu missing the stun, and that probably means that there's nothing happening here. The Brand missing the stun there as well. So if either Amumu or Brand had gotten the stun off, this would have been a kill. And now Jax can just go back top whenever he feels like it, because his lane is only a little bit from the enemy turret. We see him here engaging on on the Trundle, and a good reaction time from the other two getting a kill. So enemy team places a ward here, they notice that, and they are probably... They do have it warded as well. You have two places to ward. This one is 1, and this one is 2. Because you want to keep track of Dragon, who's here, and Red Buff, who's here. Plus you get to see all of the ganking paths, basically, except for the one that's up top here. But if anyone comes in, and yeah, you have to make a whole a strange route, a very big detour, to actually get in behind the enemy without behind you without you spotting them. So walking around is really difficult if you have these two spots warded. Of course you can still jungle, because you can take the top parts without any problems there. So Dragon just spawned, and normally in the higher ELO games, for so much that they are actually existing for 3v3s, we see people going for Dragon at around the 5-minute mark. So when it spawns, basically. It spawns at, I think it was 4:45 or 4:40. I don't actually know. But normally we see people going for it right then. Because in a 3v3 map you level up way faster than in at least the top lane, that is, than in the 5v5, because you get a lot more kills. And we saw that in the previous 3v3 that I cast, that there was indeed, well, there were a lot of kills, a lot more than you would expect for a 20-minute game or so. And this is probably also going to be a 20-minute game, seeing how timid the opponents are. They are staying way too far back, they're not going to jungle. I mean, this Taric should have gone jungling a long time ago to catch up. The problem they've been having in the beginning, I mean, they lost 3 kills already, or they got killed 3 times, and because of that they're way behind now. So Trundle, of course, being the prime suspect for jungling, because, well, he has Smite here, and he hasn't used it at all. I mean, maybe on the minions, but who uses Smite on the minions? Smite is for jungle monsters, for Dragon. And Amumu is going jungling a little bit. Don't know how long he will keep jungling, because his team is ahead. He doesn't really need to jungle. But it is the reason why I normally play someone like Nunu on this map, because they are so good at jungling. And Amumu, yeah, completely forgetting that he has a stun apparently. We're just going to follow this guy, seeing whether he's actually going to get the kill. And it seems he isn't. So he's running back to the top and probably going into lane here again. But yeah, we're going to follow Brand. Brand being very slow at killing the minions here. Yeah, he should have done that a long time ago. On a 3v3 map, it's okay to use your spells to get the minions, because you can just go back and go so teleport back or recall and then go back in, and that takes about 20 seconds. It's way less than the like 40 seconds it takes on the 5v5 map. I don't exactly know how long it takes to walk from here to your turret, but I'm guessing it's about 15 seconds, 12 to 15, and with 8 seconds recall, so let's say 12 seconds, and then with 8 seconds recall you would go to 20 seconds total, and if you have boots that reduces, because I think at level 1 it takes about 15. But yeah, by now people have boots and people have increased movement speeds from all kinds of things. But yeah, you should really use your resources a lot better on this because the games are a lot shorter. So don't go for the big items, go for the smaller items. That Trundle versus Brand, that's a good one. Like Trundle can ever win that. But yeah, nice try. Anyway, you should always try to go for the small items that are a lot more efficient, so like the Dorn's things. And yeah, maybe you can build one big item after you build like 5 smaller items, one of which is of course boots. But boots I consider to be smaller items as well. Yeah, and Brand isn't using his mana, he isn't going back to spend his money. You need to really keep up with the spending. He had better just jungle here and here than go back and go back in by the time the minion wave is pushed to here. Get all the experience from that, get more gold, things like that. I mean, he hasn't been attacking for this whole time. He could have gotten the 2 jungle camps, went back in, and still gotten the same amount of minion kills. Because he hasn't gotten a minion kill since Amumu went back, so walked back, and since he walked back. And there's no reason to stand around here just doing nothing. You need to do something. This is not true on the 5v5 map, of course. On the 5v5 map you can do whatever. Because the game tends to go a lot longer and control is a lot more important. Oh, he actually hit a dragon there. I don't know how he hit the dragon, but anyway, dragon attacked him to kill him eventually. Because I think it even took more than 1 shot. But yeah, Brent is one of those carry type characters that are really weak but can do a lot of damage. And those aren't really the type of characters you want to play.